Welcome back to another exciting episode on WhatsApp with Fikemi Sola. I'm so excited to be back. And before I continue today, I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who has been very supportive for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, and most especially for sharing my videos on your wall. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So today I'd like us to continue by considering something that has been disturbing me. It's been disturbing me really for like a week now, and I thought I should share with you all and hear your feedbacks and your comments or opinion. Let's just rub minds and see how we can help each other become, better in this particular area. And it's the issue of self-control. Sometime last week, I was on the road, and within the space of, say, 20 minutes, I saw like four different fight scenes. And I'm like, what is really happening? Why are people so angry? It was disturbing for me to see the way people were angry and destroying things. And I'm like, this is really terrible. And I thought I should share with you people so that we can rub minds together on this issue of self-control. Self-control is the ability for us to be able to master our emotions and how we feel. It's the ability for you to stop yourself from doing that thing that you feel like doing, that you know that is not in your own best interest. So let's take, for example, my fit farm people can relate with this. You have apple on one hand and you have, say, burger on another hand. Naturally you'll be tempted to want to go for the burger because, of course, burger is more yummy. But when you understand that it's better for you to go for apple because it's good for your health, self-control would is what would give you the ability to put aside the burger and really take the apple. So that's what self-control really is about. You are able to gain mastery of your feelings, of your emotions, and your actions. So let me go back to the story that I was about sharing, back to the gist. So I saw this, I told you I saw different, like four different scenes, but the one that was most disturbing was this fight that I saw on Ogudu Road. There were two adults, probably married men. They were dressed up. The way they were dressed up, you know that they are not, street boys. They're probably professionals. Were wearing very nice suits. If you see them outside on a normal day, you want to admire their look and all of that. But guess what? These men were outside fighting. As in, I mean fighting or blow. They were throwing, blows at each other. And somewhere in my head, I was just thinking, what could have caused this? I mean, why didn't somebody just walk away or just ignore the other person? Why did they have to get to this point? They were, trust Nigerians now. Within 30 seconds, people were plenty, looking at them, trying to, settle them. And these guys will not just let each other go until they tore each other's shirts and they were inside the gutter. Really, inside the gutter, not dry gutter, wet gutter, and they were still fighting. And I'm like, what kind of demon is working with these men? They were still fighting inside the gutter. Their clothes were torn till people had to start beating them to leave themselves. And I'm like, this is really, it was disturbing for me. Really, it was very disturbing. I was sad because I can imagine if that kind of man gets to his house and the daughter says, "Oh, daddy, what happened to you?" Try to, when you come back from work, your children want to embrace you, hug you, and all of that. And he sees daddy looking dirty, tattered, clothes all torn, and he's wondering, "Daddy, what is wrong with you? Please, what do you say to your children that you fought with somebody and the person tore your shirt? Or what exactly?" Because, I mean, I'm really disturbed. I won't lie to you guys. I'm really disturbed. Like, why do we allow things get to us so much that we cannot put the way we feel, we can't put our emotions in check, we can't suppress, our emotions and all of that. Sometimes the best thing for us to do is to stop, even if it's just a minute, stop, then think before acting. If everybody can follow that procedure, stop, think, and act, I'm sure that we'll have, less fights and issues and stuffs like that. Because if you leave those men to themselves, they will destroy a lot of things. They will destroy a lot of things. And they were in front of a bank, for crying out loud, on the road. And then a few minutes after, I saw conductor and passenger fighting. These ones, it was even bloody. There was blood all over their faces and they were still fighting. Guys, we need to consider and look at this issue of self-control, because the first episode we had, I remember I talked about anger, hatred, forgiveness, and all that. And I said something about anger, that it's completely normal for you to be angry, but you must express how you feel. You must express the anger. The anger that you have not allowed yourself to feel is what turns out to be hatred. So let's take for instance, you when I see people that are extremely quiet, anyway, I'm a bit careful with them. Because these people don't express. It's important that you are expressive. I'm talking from experience, guys. You need to be expressive. If you feel in a certain way, if you feel a certain form of displeasure, or you're not pleased with what somebody did to you, it's okay to talk about it. Don't just swallow everything up and say, oh, let it just slide. No, don't let it slide. Talk about it. Because the anger we don't allow ourselves to feel is what turns out to be hatred. And then when people like that has been sucking it in, sucking it in, sucking it in, the moment they explode, it's always bloody. Like, it's not always nice. And we don't want people like that. We don't want bitter people in our society. We don't want people who have not been able to gain mastery over their feelings and their emotions. And then I saw another man. I'm sure you will say, Kevin, what is it with you and all these people? I don't even know. The other day I was like, why am I seeing people fighting everywhere? And that's when I felt the need and the urge to talk about this. This one, they are grown-ups too. I mean, what is wrong with our men? They are all men. Why are men angry? Seriously, men, we need to talk. They are all men. These are grown-up men too. And I don't know, it's the issue of maybe packing or no packing. And this other man, he picked up a very heavy stone and he was about throwing it, at the other man. And people started shouting, Oga, move, Oga, run. And the guy had to enter his car and he drove off. You could see the anger in the man's eyes. Like, if he was able to get hold of this other man, if he did not kill him, it would remain very small. Because the way he was angry, he could do anything at that time to destroy, that man. So please, guys, let's express our anger when we feel angry, and let's learn to master. Now, when I say express your anger, it's not by being physically or verbally abusive. We can express our anger by telling the other person how we feel. And if they are reasonable enough, they will apologize. But sometimes it's important that you don't allow these things take hold of you. You don't allow the way you feel get a better part of you. Because what happens is, at the end of the day, by the time you are finished scattering everywhere, destroying everything, you are finished saying the things that you were not supposed to say, you now calm down. Your eyes will now come down and now be like, okay, now that I've done this, what is really this all about? So there's that disappointment that we feel after we, let our emotions, control us. And it's just important that we put it in check. If you need help, please seek help. I don't like to, when I hear people that say, yeah, my anger is not good, that statement, I don't think that is what we should be saying. We should look for how we can seek help and gain mastery over our emotions and how we feel. I can go on and on and on and on talking about this issue of self-control, of anger, of bitterness, of hatred, but really, I just want us to be more careful about the way we react and about the way we talk. Remember those steps: stop, think, and then act. If we can follow these steps, I'm sure that the world will be a better place. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for paying attention. I really want to say a very big thank you. So I'll see you next time on another interesting episode on WhatsApp with Fikemi Stola. Do stay tuned. Bye. And something really. Don't be angry. Don't be angry, people. Don't be angry now. Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the feedbacks. You know, I've had series of feedbacks. Hey, feedbacks, yeah, Auntie Kenny. So it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. What are we talking about today? What are we talking? What are we talking? Just get up my camera. Okay, so welcome to another exciting episode on What's Up with Weekend Resort. Weekend Resort. Weekend. Okay, guys. What was I even saying? Ha, Egban.